Today, we're doing a foot review on Pro-Flex LP with torsion. The Pro-Flex foot line is a very popular line from Ossur. It's really the model that they base all of their feet off of. Of course, there are some variations when you look at all of the different types of Pro-Flexes. They have more standard adaptations to Pro-Flex. They have the low profile version. They have the Terra now that's come out that is building off of that design. But really, it is a proprietary 3-blade carbon spring design that really does provide great energy and feedback when you are working through your gait. You get really good plantar and dorsiflexion, but also especially this foot for a low profile design gives really good energy return. This is probably my favorite low profile foot. We're also going to talk about torsion here. Torsion is being able to rotate and twist at the ankle, which obviously our sound ankles are able to do that. Once you lose that ability, you start adding shear forces to your residual limb. That means that those are areas that can create pressure and pain, or eventually, under the right load, a break. And so torsion helps to minimize that and creates a more comfortable gait when you are going through different things like pivoting and things like that. In this video, we're doubling up on torsion because I have a torsion pylon with my X3, and then I also have the torsion unit on top of the foot. So we're really going to be able to see what torsion looks like, walked around on this dock a little bit, showing how that twist functions. Another key feature of Pro-Flex is that it has a long toe lever. For us AKs, that really makes a big difference so that you can get out on top of the toe and really push down and get good feedback into the toe so that you get your knee to release in a swing. If you're set up on a softer toe or something that's a little bit shorter, sometimes you can feel like you're dropping off the toe at the end of your gait and you don't have enough support, and then your knee won't release in a swing or it collapses underneath of you. And so that long toe lever really makes a difference. I also have a split toe, which means that you get that side-to-side pliability, moving on uneven terrain and different things like that. And it also has a sandal toe, which is probably the most anatomically correct looking foot and foot shell on the market. Pro-Flex LP is compatible with the Unity vacuum system from Ossur. It has a weight range of 99 to 324 pounds, so really have a lot of different options there for weight categories. The total weight of a size 27 is 2.11 pounds. Build height of a size 27 is 147 millimeters. It comes in sizes 22 to 30, is weatherproof, and approved for codes L5984 and L5987. Just breaking in a little walking here on Pro-Flex LP with torsion. And you can see I actually forgot to get a slow-mo shot, so there won't be much slow-mo because I don't love the way that this looks. But the foot gets good plantar and dorsiflexion. You really get a quick foot flat and then really good energy return at that terminal stance point like I was talking about because of that 3-blade system that Ossur uses and helps create good dynamic energy while also keeping the profile of the build height low. And now moving on to stairs, you can see this. I really wanted to give everyone a feel of what it's like to be at a movie theater for an amputee. And I love the movies, but this is really frustrating to take these big steps. And you can see coming down, you always have to take an extra step because of how we land coming off of the stair. But overall, Pro-Flex LP with torsion is doing a good job of supporting me up and down these stairs and everything that I needed to do, creating a good smooth rollover as I am descending. And then as we're going up this little incline, this is really loose, soft dirt. And you can see I actually slip on my sound side quite a bit. Now, could that be because my Vans are falling apart? Yeah, probably could be a part of it. But also some of it is just that I'm putting a lot of pressure through my toe there. And I think that this does a good job of showing how well the Pro-Flex is holding me in place and supporting me. So it's really nice going up this. Obviously it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but the foot is supporting me, and that's really what you need, is something that is not going to throw you around when you're at those high load moments. And then sitting, kind of the same type of thing of really just having that safe, stable platform to work from and being able to move yourself up and down without feeling a lack of confidence. Next, let's get into torsion a little bit, and I would think that already in this video I've said torsion more times than has been said in any other video on YouTube. I don't know, look out there and see if you can find anything else that says torsion as much as I'm about to and have already. But here you can see I'm demonstrating that rotation, and again I have the torsion unit that is on top of the foot, and then there's one integrated into my pylon as well.
but my foot doesn't move as I'm twisting and pivoting my knee in and out. And now you can see I'm just gonna like walk back and forth up and down this dock, kind of simulating like ways that I move in the kitchen and different things like that. Definitely over exaggerating, but it shows you how torsion can benefit you when you're moving naturally, making pivots, turning on your prosthetic as your plant foot, like I was right there, and doing different things like that. That's where torsion really does benefit you and allows you a little bit of forgiveness, where without that, my foot would hold me in place, my knee wouldn't rotate, and I honestly have been kind of tossed around a little bit because of that when I am back off of torsion. And so, something that I really like, it's really nice on this foot, and I think that Ossur has done a good job of keeping this like a cool design, but also it functions really well. And then, just being able to do it with the Pro-Flex platform has been awesome.
So that's the Ossur Pro-Flex LP with torsion. Again, this is probably my favorite low profile foot that still gives good energy return, and that's why I like it. It's really comfortable walking around. You've got a good stable base to work on uneven terrain and different things like that, but you're not coming out of a hole and getting a dead spot at that terminal stance toe off point. And so it's really a great option. Back when I would wear regular pants, which didn't happen very often, but this is the foot that I would put on with those pants because it would fit more naturally under there and look more normal. And so really like this foot. Some pros of Pro-Flex LP is that low profile build. So you can fit it under anyone with a long limb, AK or BK. This is a great option for those of us that have a hard time fitting those higher activity feet underneath of us. I really like torsion. Torsion for me has been a game changer once I started using it all of the time. I know there are people out there that don't like it and it's a little bit unstable, and that's totally understandable. But I really love it and have found that it benefits me. I feel better when I'm using it. The 3-blade design of Pro-Flex really is killer. It's the like standard for prosthetic feet. It really is kind of what everything is built off of. It doesn't mean that there aren't other feet out there that have, that are awesome and have different 3-blade designs and everything else, but this one is tried and true. Pretty much anyone you talk to will say like, yeah, I like Pro-Flex. And that's because of that design. And then also they're starting to integrate the new foot shell design that Terra has into all of the Pro-Flex feet. So you can use that gripped foot shell and the one that opens from the back, I think that does work with this foot. So another big benefit there. Some cons are that it is a low profile foot, so you're losing a little bit of that dynamic ability. But again, for the trade-off of like, yeah, I need a low profile foot, I think this is a really great option. Another con could be, again, that torsion, but that's really just a personal preference. I think that this foot is for those of us that want to be comfortable. We're in that mid K3 range and we do have long limbs, or we have to wear pants to work every day or whatever it is. And you just want to be comfortable, but you don't want to sacrifice that energy. And so this is a really great foot that gives you kind of the best of both worlds without being too much in either direction. If you would like more information on Ossur Pro-Flex LP with torsion, that's a mouthful. Check out their website. If you have any questions for me, feel free to put them in the comments. I would love to get back to you and talk about the feet that you're wearing and how they could benefit you. Maybe some things you've tried that you don't like. I love talking about it. Other than that, we'll see you next time. Thank you.